Hey, what is up, you guys? Time for another review from me, and this is the Heimplanet Transit Series, a very competent sort of minimal travel bag, a carry-on travel bag, which is bigger than you'd want for your daily carry. I'm gonna walk you through all these details. Then over here, you have this messenger bag that's like, it's large and in charge. Like you can fit a lot of stuff in here, or it's very slimline, a very interesting thing, and I'll walk you through this. And then maybe my favorite of the bunch, look at this little guy. This is their slingy, tech pouchy kind of thing. It's not a fanny pack. I mean, you could kind of do it, but there's no buckle to get into it. It's really just for a quick sling job. Now, because I am a one bag travel sort of guy, I wanna start and focus on this one, but I'm gonna walk you through all the other ones. Even this guy has some things worth talking about. But first, here's my gist on this bag. Great feeling materials is what comes up first, all right? This is a unique material that they put together. It's dyed in a very eco-friendly way. It's made with killer yarn that's like woven together irregularly. Ultimately, the feel on that is it's dense, it's nice, it's water resistant, got a coating on it. It just feels solid and like, it's like both rigid enough and floppy enough. The handle and straps, you've got this nice neoprene and EVA type foam inside. They have it's not like the best sweat-proof thing back here. I wish there was maybe more of a channel or something like that. I'm becoming quite partial to that. But the handle and straps and all the zippers and the zipper pulls, which I really like these zipper pulls. They're just string that have been dipped in wax or something like that. Or you put one of those like silicone things around it and then light it and it gets shrunk around it. The point being, everything on this bag, all of the materials, the rough fabrics and the straps, even the little Hypalong attachment points with the metal or aluminum bits that go in there for your accessories, it all adds up to a great feeling materiality to this bag. Now, number two, it is a very sleek kind of tech look. The kind of thing that I think, you know, an Elon Musk or a Tony Stark would feel comfortable in. I think that's something of a compliment. Okay, it's simple, it's understated, it's somewhat minimal in its aesthetic, and I appreciate that. Now, the size of this guy for travel is like basically well within carry-on limitations, which is killer. It also means not quite as roomy as other bags, like some other bags that they make, their Monolith 40 liter. Psst, that Monolith 40 liter is one of my favorite bags to travel with because it just fits everything super durably. So this size to me is like, you know what it is? It's the Monolith carry-on. This is like the direct competitor to the Monolith. This whole bag, a lot of it reminds me of a Monolith. It actually carries a little bit better than the Monolith carries. Ooh, it's true. Okay, so my point here is that it's a good, solid bag for your weekend trips, for your week-long trips. I can live out of a bag like this for a long time because I'm sort of an advanced level minimal traveler because I've gotten addicted to living with less. It just feels so good, but it's hard to do at home. It's really easy to do on the road. It's very hard to do at home. The point I'm getting to, though, is it means it's not a great size for daily carry once you get to your destination. So it's like the right amount of stuff to comfortably fit what you need if you're traveling minimally, but it's not a great daily carry option once you get there. Do you know what I mean by this? When I get to my destination, I typically want to have a backpack I can carry around with me. Something with a water bottle pocket that I can throw some baguettes and some cheese into when I'm in France, head out to the Eiffel Tower, sit under the stars and watch the lights go while I enjoy some bread and cheese and wine with my beba. I wouldn't want to take this out for that. It's big. I'll show you it when it's empty. Remind me. You can't talk to me. That's right. So the point I'm trying to make here is it's a solid size for minimal travel. I wish it was either a little bit smaller or quite a bit bigger, honestly, because that's how I've learned to travel. I like to carry the biggest bag I can, like the Tortuga Set Out or the Heimplanet 40, and I fit a daily carry bag inside. This is a bit of a rougher size to be able to fit a daily carry bag inside, though it's easily possible if you pack a little bit more minimally. And at this size, you get the added benefit of it being actually really nice to travel with. It fits under the seat in front of you. It'll take a little forcing to get it in there, but it'll fit under the seat in front of you on most airlines. It's not going to weigh you down and be hanging and dangling on a lot of stuff. There's very little travel drag on this bag. Number 4, I like the accessibility of this bag, the pockets and the orientation and the first order access on this bag. You have a quick access sort of external pocket here, which is basically that size. You have another one up here, which goes down even further than you think, like down into here. Great for just like when you need to throw your snacks or your passport or your this, that, or the other. Love it. There's also great organization on the inside. Your laptop and some other pockets inside that laptop compartment are really nicely prepared for you. And the amount of space that you have in the clothing compartment is spacious. It's delicious. I like it. Okay, so that's my gist on this guy. Ultimately, I freaking like this bag a lot, you guys. It's made from great materials. It feels nice and sturdy. Let me open it up and show you inside. First of all, I'll put it on and I'll just say it's very comfortable. Something about it is like the strap's like the right width or something for me. It feels great. You can see the size of this thing is not like a behemoth. It's totally sensible for a 5'10" dude or chick like me. Okay, you've got a sternum strap and it's adjustable with these little Hypalon, you know, I've started to see these on a lot of other bags. They're sort of a pain in the ass to move, which is kind of good. I mean, it means you set in where you want these things and then you don't move them. This bag has some lash straps around here, or places where you can take this off and connect it right here as well in case you wanted a compression thing or something like that. Also, this is a nice feature in case you needed to bring a lot of stuff. You had a roller bag and you wanted to slide this on top of it. That's another use for this bag. If you want to be traveling, you have a roller bag and then you want a big backpack to bring as much stuff as you want, just carry on, you could do that. I'll say, what if you just took the backpack? Okay, water bottle on the outside of the pocket. Let's see how it does. It's pretty tight. It's pretty tight, but what's good about that is this thing's locked in and this elastic, Dura-Stretchy type of material does fit large water bottles. Now, you've got a quick access, as I've said, right on here where I've thrown my laptop charger as well as my notebook. I think that's all I've got in there, and you can see it goes all the way across and it comes down into here and up just right to there. You've also got a quick access pocket right here on the top where I've thrown my a bar, some glasses, some Bluetooth headphones. Now, one of the critiques I have on this bag and every other bag that doesn't build in dimension to these pockets is I wish you had built in dimension to these pockets. When the bag is utterly packed out, these can get tight. Now, this is where I was talking about with the Monolith. For instance, the Monolith carry-on, the bag that started it all for me. I love those guys. I love that company. I love that bag. When it's all packed out, they have 2 pockets up at the top of the bag and they're really hard to get into. I wish these companies would build in a little more dimension here so that this pocket is easy to get stuff in and out of. That makes traveling so much nicer. As it is though, these are easier to get into than other bag pockets I've seen, like the Monolith. And I like this pocket configuration. This gives me a lot of access, a lot of space for some documents. This gives me a lot of other stuff. I like this pocket configuration a lot. Handles on the side and the top of the bag feel really good. Nice density in that fabric. I like this fabric a lot, and it's a total bonus that it's, you know, sustainably sourced. Okay, now there are 2 ways into the main compartment. This flap right here, you can see this zippered guy, the angle. This is your main compartment, okay, like that. Or you can do, and this is gonna remind a lot of you of the Monolith, you can do the clamshell over here, which opens the whole thing up. Now, check this out. This I actually like quite a bit. Here's my laptop. I got my 15-inch MacBook Pro. You can easily fit more. Actually, you know what I'm just noticing? As I put my laptop into the neoprene thing, the laptop's actually back there. This thing's for your iPad. Then you've got these 2 straps, a couple pen things in between. I think this is just done really well. Nice protection for my laptop. It's raised up off the bottom of the bag by a little bit. Very nicely done, Heimplanet. Over here, we have that very thin, stretchy, it's not neoprene, but it's nice. I like it. And they've got 2 pockets made out of this. In one of them, that's where I put my always need you, never want to see you. I'll put a link to this in the description below at this time code that you're looking at right now. This is a packet that I use to carry a lot of little dongles, some dental floss and chapstick, just anything I need, extra headphones while I'm traveling. And it fits perfectly right in this top pocket. I didn't use anything in here, didn't put anything in here. I didn't feel too bad about having some bulk in here and then crushing it down, because this lip right here, I don't know, it just feels, it feels like it doesn't get crushed. Nothing gets too crushed in here. I like that. I think that's a solid thing. Now, this zipper, there's like a hidden zipper that goes around this panel, and now we have our other way of getting into our main compartment. So this is actually packed like I pack for travel. Like, this is what I'll travel with. I lived in Mexico for 3 months out of exactly this packing configuration, okay? What I've got is a pair of lightweight little shoes. These things are dope. Review coming on some shoes soon. Same thing with some sandals. These are dope. I'm gonna put those away and you can see those later. I got one sweater, a light sweater, one kind of quilted puffy jacket that folds away small, okay? Then I have 2 packing cubes, one large and one sort of medium. Now in here, just to give you a sense, it's like a pair of pants, a pair of three shirts in here, some underwear, and some socks. Ex officio undies do help because they need to be cleaned less. I'm not that sweaty of a girl, so honestly, I wear the same underwear a few days in a row. Deal with it. And then in here, some more shirts. You don't need to get too cute or fancy with your packing cubes as long as it fits in there. Okay, so here's our capacity for the bag. It doesn't look like much, but you saw how much stuff I actually fit in there. One of the things that I think is great about this bag is it's wide. It's less tall. The Monolith, for example, is taller and narrower. This one's a little wider, and I don't mind that. I think this is nice. All right, so here is the bag with nothing in it except for my daily carry stuff. I've got these pockets full of my daily carry stuff, and then my laptop and things that you saw on the back, as well as my water bottle. Now, it actually doesn't look that bad. This is due to the fact that this material is actually quite, it has a thickness to it, so it keeps its shape a little bit better, even while it's doing a wavy, regular fabric kind of thing. And if I put this sucker on, you can see it's not that bad. It is still a tall and wide bag to use as a daily carry bag. So what I'm getting at is, like, we get to Paris, we've got a week away from the kids. Do I really want to be taking this out with me to see the sights? I submit that I do not. Just a little bit too big. However, if I wanted to just go like, you know what, life's too short, just screw it, be fine with this. The good thing about this bag is it'd be really easy to be fine with using this. If you just like, it looks big, like whatever, who cares? Because it's a really comfortable bag. It's a very functional bag with pockets that are accessible on the outside and lots of space and organization for your tech, as well as lots of capacity inside for all your baguettes. You need to get multiple bries. How do you know which one's the best brie? Get a couple bries. Why not throw some jams in there? And you know what? While we're at it, let's get a cantaloupe and a watermelon because we'll be able to fit those as well. Okay, now let's move on to the messenger pack. The first thing I had to say about this is I don't know, I like the way this strap looks. There's something about it that's like enough tech and just, I don't know, but it's not like big and thick and fat the way that it could be. It feels nice. It does have this kind of quick releasey sort of thing that you can use if you like to take it off and on. And I have to say, I do rather like that. I like that it doesn't feel like it's gonna accidentally come off ever. You kind of have to work at it, but it's nice that you can get it. And it's not one of those big black clips right there. You got a sternum strap that comes through, connected by an accessory down here you can remove completely if you want. I do have to say that what you're gonna notice is that your elbows, they're hitting the bag because the bag has got a huge footprint back there. All right, let's pull this thing around and take a look at it. Okay, very simple in some ways, right? Nice that you can do the briefcase thing. I don't know if you can see that, but it's nice that you can you can carry it like this, but it's really big. It's a very, I'm curious as to why they did it like this. Okay, on the back side, you've got one big pouch for your laptop. This can fit like much bigger than my 15-inch laptop. You can fit a very large laptop in here. That's it for the back. You can see right here, here's where your strap's connected. I'm sure they have another one over here so they could take this thing and make it left shoulder or right shoulder ambidextrous. Front of this guy, very minimal logo thing, which by the way, same thing on the backpack, but this strap just goes right over it. So you can remove this strap. You've got this nice little Heimplanet logo right there. Depending on what you want to do with those straps. Okay, on the front of the bag, you have a pocket, which for me is way too tight. They absolutely should be putting in a little dimension on this thing so that I can easily get in. Here's where I've thrown all my like, you know, daily carry type stuff, my headphones, my charger. But when this bag is packed even a little bit, like it's like, look at this. It's very thin and it's very dark and challenging to see what's in there. And it's deep too. So it goes down. So as you're looking for stuff, you're like, okay, now where is that fucker? Okay, so it's not that like, you know, I wish they would have done a little, wish we got a little dimension there. Now behind this is an interesting pocket. It's a totally padded, it's like just for your tablet. My 15-inch, I put my journal in there. My 15-inch MacBook Pro fits perfectly right in there, which is nice. It is exactly basically the size of it. And it has a nice padding, felt, soft kind of padded material on the inside. They do not have that material on the inside where your laptop goes on the other side. It's just their standard lining. I like these handles. I like that you can carry this like this. Now, you've got this little G hook that I despise these things on, like when I have to use them frequently, because you gotta literally sit there, you gotta really get good at it. And there's a way to get good at it. They have a little Hypalon loop right there, so you can get used to it. Like I'm getting it now. You can kind of get it, but ugh, good riddance. But look at that. This thing actually is a roll top messenger bag, which means you can fit a lot of stuff. Like a lot of stuff. I threw my water bottle in there and my always need you, never want to see you. But, I mean, you could fit like a ton of stuff in there. You are limited by a very narrow footprint down here. Extremely narrow. So whatever you add in there that's big is just gonna bulk out from there. But, you know, that's what's good about the roll top. You can kind of just roll it down however far you can and then get this sucker over. I like the innovation here. The idea of doing a messenger as a roll top is very interesting to me. Again, all those great materials, solid organization. I don't think I even told you that like there's organization inside of here. Again, it's just so narrow, it's no me gusta. But for some of you who want an over-the-shoulder bag, who want it to be thin, streamlined, or maybe you want something you can use as a briefcase like this, but that also has that sort of tech kind of cafe sort of vibe, this thing is a very interesting and a very unique approach to doing a messenger. Now, finally, their little adorable little tech sling, little secret compartment, little secret zipper out here, perfect for I don't know why I'm miming this whole thing right now, but then you have a larger zipper for the back, and inside you have a zipper, you have two elastic pouches, which are actually nice size, and two more elastic pouches on the front, which are about camera battery size in the corners. So, you know, a nice little sleek little technical looking thing. So you throw your glasses in there, maybe your Bluetooth headphones, a bar, they have a key thing, pretend there's keys on there, and maybe a notebook, and now you're off to the races. Or pull all that stuff out, grab your like mirrorless or micro four thirds camera, and it's like a nice little padded space for it. Now, ultimately, it's not my style for a sling or a fanny pack. I like it as a sling. I like it to be quite a bit bigger to be able to fit stuff, because if I'm gonna do this, I might as well have something that's like closer to the size of my back. And though I would prefer this size for a fanny pack, it doesn't really, I mean, let's see. If I pull it all the way tight, it's just about there. So any of you skinny people, this thing's gonna fall right off you. But it's nice as a fanny pack. Like this is for sure how I'd prefer to carry it. Like this is so much better. You can easily get in and do your stuff, throw it around the back, and like you're probably saying to yourself right now, that is stylish as. So the Heimplanet Transit Series. I love these materials. I love this travel bag. I think it's a very solid contender and something that anybody doing minimal one-bag travel should look into. Other bags to compare that to, you've got the Monolith carry-on. I'm gonna put a link to this in the description below. Very good materials, solid, more floppy because the material is not as dense or thick as the Heimplanet one. Check out the link in the description below, though I would say the Heimplanet is like a lot like this one and carries maybe a little bit better for me. The Air Travel Pack, an all-around classic. First, one-bag travel bag. This is a great one to get into if you're just getting into it. It's gonna last a long time. It has a nice minimal sort of tactical aesthetic. It's comfortable and it's got tons of room. The Air Travel Pack, check out the link in the description below. The GoRuck GR2. Now, I'm constantly trying to convince people to spend a little more on something that's gonna have a classic or more classic look. I mean, obviously for a lot of people, this tactical look just turns them right off. But what's great is this thing lasts a million years and it travels and carries and packs extremely well. The GoRuck GR2, link in the description below. And then finally, this is the Heimplanet Monolith 40 liter, the new version, which is a little smaller than the old version, but you can't get the old version anymore, so don't bitch about it. It's basically just a very nice shell on the outside of your bag with great materials, nice padding all around the outside, and then you can just slam this thing full of stuff. Love to travel with this guy because it has extremely comfortable straps. Something about, I don't know what it is about, this thing can be loaded with so much gear and you put it on and it just feels great. Heimplanet Monolith 40 liter. Check out the link in the description below. That is it from me. I have been Chase Wardman-Reeves. Check us out, follow the channel. Check out bagworks.co because I've got a list of my favorite right now one-bag travel bags that are out there, as well as daily carry bags and stuff like that. Bagworks.co, and while you're there, get on the email list because I'm giving bags away for free. Get into it. Talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.
Bagworks.co, ChaseReeves.net. Those are the websites.
I guess those are the websites. Yeah, he's wanting us to, I guess, go check out what he's up to or something like that. Yeah, looks nice.